Chapter 65.
6 months later, not only me, but everyone around me was also happy. Ed and his business started to gain popularity around the world. We sold his old home. Before that, he asked his parents to stay there, but they politely refused, saying, "Ed, we are happy in this small house. We don't need that. In fact, we both have lots of memories there, so please don't." Anne was given retirement. Now she is residing with June, but we'll make calls twice a week. Me and Ed bought the house to my dad near Ed's parents. They three bonded so good. I don't know what magic Jason did. Mia slowly started to speak with him gently. He became her friend. Jamie, me and Mia, we met at weekends. Regarding with Jamie and Rob, they've decided to marry once the child is born. And with Ed, whenever I brought the topic about children, he became uneasy and changed the topic. I thought he needs some time, so I decided never to start that topic until he starts. Jamie was admitted to hospital yesterday. Her water broke. We all waited nervously. After 12 hours, Rob came outside carrying a small baby girl in his arms. She exactly looked like Jamie. Blonde hair, hazel eyes, pink lips, and pointed nose. She looked so cute. After a week, they came back to home. They looked so happy, but I need to admit that I was kinda jealous seeing their perfect family. I wish one day Ed will say that he is ready now. Since the baby is born, they decided to marry after 2 months. So me, Mia, Susan, Vincent, Dad started to plan for their marriage. Jamie and Rob's parents joined us. As like mine, Susan spitted everyone into pairs. Me and Dad was paired. Mia was left alone without pair, so she asked help from Jason. Ed was kinda busy in his work, so we didn't disturb him. Me and Dad were assigned with invitations and decorations. I thought that was so easy, but it's not. We had a lot of works to do, so I merged myself into that. Almost me and Dad finished all the work. "You know, Ed, I can't believe that I worked 12 hours, I said, laying in the bed. He laughed.
Someone said marriage works isn't easy stuff.
Ugh, I take that back. He again laughed.
I'll relax you.
He neared me. Ed, I'm sweating.
It's okay.
I need to change my clothes.
Haha, you don't want to. I'll help with that.
He kissed me, unbuttoning my shirt. Our every night ended like this. Next morning, I was in my office. Something I felt wrong in my design, but I couldn't find it. It irritated me. Suddenly, my stomach formed knots and lump formed in my throat. I ran towards the toilet and throwed myself. Shit! I should not have eaten cheese in empty stomach. After several minutes again, I vomited. God! My body is paining. I need to reduce my working hours. I reached Mark's cabin. "Mark, today, can you give me permission to work from home? I'm feeling sick." I didn't even finish again, I vomited.
Anna, you are terrible. What happened?
Nothing, stress?
Then take care. Don't show your face until you are good. I'll ask Rosalie to take over your work.
Thanks, Mark, but I'll come tomorrow. I came back home and slept for 4 hours. I felt better, so I started to sketch in study room. After an hour of sketching, I felt weak. So I laid in the study table itself.
Anna, Mark called me. Are you okay? I entered the house searching for her. I found her in the study table lying. Queen Bee, you okay? I went near her. She was sleeping. I sat on the table and tucked her hair, which fell on her face. She woke up.
Hey, you came early today?
Yeah, Mark told me you were not feeling well.
Yes, but nothing to worry. Just tired with works.
Okay, then you are not going to return to your work anymore. Until Rob's marriage.
No, I can't.
Yes, you are going to do it.
Ed, please,
I said not to resign, you can go after marriage. She placed her head on my laps.
I'm too tired to argue with you now.
I'll make you the bed, come. I tried to take her in arms, but she obliged, saying,
I can walk.
Okay, then way is yours. She took 2 steps and fell. I laughed and neared her. See, sometimes you should not be stubborn. I took her in arms. I placed her in bed gently. I'll make dinner. I turned to leave. She held my hands and pulled me to the bed. I laid near to her. She hugged me, burying her face in my chest. Missed me? I chuckled.
So much.
Huh. Usually she won't say this.
Don't boost your ego just because of this sickness. I missed you.
As reading my mind, she said. She inhaled my scent and went to sleep. I kissed her head and whispered, "Love you," near her ears, and slept.
Hold her. She is not breathing.
I heard a voice. "Doctor, please, save her," I begged. They tried with electric shock, but she didn't respond. They tried again. Nothing. Only a beep sound came from the monitor. They all looked me defeated. I looked her face. She was lying with eyes opened and a smile in her lips. Blood was all over, in her hospital uniform, precisely from her stomach. It's flowing.
I'm sorry, Ed. We cannot save her, but you have her little version.
One said, wearing a mask in his mouth. No! I woke up, my body soaked in sweat. I realized my surroundings. Shit! It's a dream. My heart beat rapidly. I looked at her. She was sleeping peacefully on the other side of bed. I neared her and hugged her tight. She turned.
Ed, what?
I shook my head, refusing to speak. Tears came out of my eyes.
Had a bad dream?
I nodded.
It's okay.
She kissed my shoulder and hugged me back. I spoke after a few minutes. Promise me, you won't die before me. I can't live without you, she said in a soft voice.
I won't, Ed, I promise. Next morning, I woke up hearing a sound in the kitchen. Grabbing his shirt, I came down. He was preparing breakfast, only wearing jeans, no shirt. Sunlight from the window shined his body. I went behind and hugged him. I can get used to this. What a morning view.
Morning.
He kissed my cheek. What you doing?
Pancakes.
My favorite. I went back and sat in the dining. He came with pancakes and gave me a bite. Not bad. I thought this going to kill me. Hearing that, his smile vanished. Hey, I was just kidding.
I know.
Ed, what was your dream? You shivered terribly yesterday. He came back again? He shook his head.
No.
Then?
It's nothing. I don't want to speak.
After that, he didn't say a word. I didn't compel him. Again, my stomach formed knots and I ran to the sink. He came back behind and said, rubbing my back.
Anna, we are going to hospital now.
His voice didn't request, it commanded. I don't know what happened to him, but he is somewhat disturbed. So, I didn't argue with him and said, okay. We drove to the hospital. All the way he held my hands. I checked with doctor and we waited for the result. He was nervous all that time.
Mr. and Mrs. Edward, come in.
A lady called us. We entered doctor's room. A mid-40s woman welcomed us with smile.
Please take your seats.
She showed the chair. We sat, she checked our reports.
Congratulations, Mr. and Mrs. Edward. You are pregnant.
What? I dropped my jaw. How the hell I could be? I was on my pill. I looked the date. Shit. I'm late on my periods. Doctor, how could be that possible? I am on pill.
Mrs. Edward reports are crystal clear. You are pregnant. When did you took your last pill?
After that, only I've realized due to work busy, I forgot to take it. Shit. What have you done, Anna? A month ago, I said guilty.
After that, you know what I mean?
Yes, for God's sake, every fucking nights. I nodded lightly.
Then it's confirmed. You are pregnant.
I eyed Ed. He clenched his jaw tightly. His face is dead without emotions.